the entire time, great energy through the game, at the end of the game, got a chance to go over there and recognize them. It was awesome. So the environment, the fans, just being out there in the stadium, I know for our guys was exciting and for everybody on that sideline. So we enjoyed that. We appreciated it. Certainly helped aid in the win. And I thought our guys came out ready to play. Been a lot of work, a lot of focus on what they've had to do over the last 9 months to get themselves prepared. And today was an example of what we're capable of doing. We go out there and play good football. And that's been the message for a while is just playing good ball, taking care of it. Doing things in situational, the situational football part of things where we execute. We did that in the red zone. We did it on third downs. And so, overall, we'll go back, we'll watch the tape. But I thought just from the game tonight, I thought we played well and we played consistent and we took advantage of the situations that we were in and that showed up. Credit to Akron. I know they've been preparing and getting themselves ready to go as well. So it was just good to be out there. It was good to see our guys play and cut it loose. And we did get an opportunity to get a lot of guys in, which is going to help us as we go back and study the film and look at some of the things that we know we have to get better at. But we have 24 hours. We'll celebrate this win. We'll come back tomorrow. We need everybody back, everybody focused, and we'll get on to the next opponent. But it was awesome. It was awesome for this staff, this team, to go out there and get a W and to be 1-0. And I know those guys were certainly feeling that in the locker room. So proud of our team, proud of our coaches, and excited about the opportunity to be here and have a chance to go out there and be in that environment. It certainly was an experience. So with that, questions.
We'll start with Bryan.
Yes, Coach Harsin, Bryan here. You only had 3 penalties. You didn't turn the ball over. Is that the type of clean game, the fourth quarter, you wanted from your players?
Yeah, as far as the turnovers go, yes. We always want to be +1 in that category. So if we give up 2, we got to get 3. And I thought the offense, we ran the ball well. I've had the stats here. I'll look at it a little bit more in detail. I thought we ran the ball well, which allowed us to be able to throw it and get some one-on-one matchups. The O-line protected and gave our quarterback time, and I thought Bo made good decisions. I thought when TJ got in there, he made some good decisions and good throws. But if you take care of the football on offense and special teams and you have a chance to get it and create turnovers and get those takeaways on the defensive side, I think that's going to be a key ingredient to our success really in every game. And so I'm proud of our team that we did that because we spent a lot of time on it. We emphasize it, and it showed up tonight in the game.
Next question is from Bob.
Hey, Bryan, wanted to ask about Bo Nix's performance. You kind of touched on his decision-making, but just how would you assess him in his first game this season?
I thought he did a good job. You saw the plays that he executed. Everybody saw that. What I got to see was his presence and leadership in the huddle, his poise on the 2-minute drive to get us into field goal range and to get points at the end of the half. And just some of the other things, too, that not everybody would know. But, we called some shot plays, and the look might have not been there, and he made the right decision to not have that play run. So he managed the game well. I thought he played well. He ran when he needed to, and he's obviously very effective when he does that. But overall, at that position, the decision-making, he was accurate with his throws. He did a good job on the sideline of getting the adjustments from Coach Bobo and getting that explained with the wide receivers and the tailbacks and the tight ends amongst the players when they need to. And then showing that on the field, really from the sideline and getting on the field and going out there and executing. We didn't have any penalties coming from the sideline after a kickoff return. We didn't have delay of games. So that really comes back to the QB and just managing, which is a big part of his position. And I thought he had fun. It was good. He had a smile on his face. He had good energy out there. He was executing well. And so all the work that he's been putting in, and he's a dedicated player, he got a chance to show some of that tonight. And so now we can build from that going into the next game. And hopefully continue with that type of decision making and that type of execution. And he knows what kind of work it takes to do that. And I'm proud of him. It was good just to watch him operate tonight and to see him handle all the things that was thrown at him. And I thought Coach Bobo and the offensive staff did a good job of having these guys prepared and ready.
Next from Jordan Hill.
Bryan, we have heard a lot about TD Moultrie during fall camp, being he had 7 tackles a day, 3 tackles for loss. What did you see from his performance?
Well, I think the defense overall, I thought those guys were getting to the ball. They were flying around, and we tackled well. In the first game, I thought we tackled well. I thought we were relentless in our pursuit to get to the ball. And then TD he's a guy, just talking about consistency. Like, he does that in practice. He does that in the weight room. He's got that motor that I think we saw tonight, and why he was able to go out there and make plays. I mean, he's into it. Even when we took him out, he's got, he's out there cheering on his teammates. He's right there in the front into the game. So he loves football. It shows up every day, and he's obviously talented. And I think his motor, his effort is something that separates him, and why he had the kind of game that he did tonight. And I know he'll continue that too, because that's just who he is. And so I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him. He's a guy, and I've said this before. I really enjoy being around him. I like his attitude. I like his entire approach, and so I'm glad that he played well tonight. I think he deserves that, and I know he'll come back to work tomorrow and be ready to go for the next one.
Let's go to Nathan King.
Hey, Bryan, you've talked a lot in the past about how much pressure you're putting on this receiving core to execute. It seems like every time Bo wanted to go somewhere, there's a receiver in the right place. What did you think about this performance in the first game?
Well, I specifically talked about consistency with this group, and that was from day one. And I thought they were tonight. We lined up in the right alignments. We had the right splits. We didn't have anybody that was covering someone up. So we didn't have a lot of those little ticky-tack things that just show up in games early. So I thought, they did the little things. They communicated. They knew where to go. They got the signals from the sideline. And then they went out there and executed as far as their routes, their depths. They went up and snatched it. You saw Kobe Hudson on the touchdown. I mean, he kind of went up and had to go up and get it. And he snatched the ball out of the air, and that's something that Coach Williams emphasizes all the time with those guys, and so that was good to see. I thought we were pretty consistent throughout the game at that position, and we were rotating in quite a few guys. We're changing personnels, we're moving guys around, and for the most part, guys were lined up. We had very few, if any, that I can remember, alignment issues, and that's the stuff that we've got to continue with that group. Is putting ourselves in position to make plays, because when we did, we made those plays tonight, and that was good, and obviously it helped the quarterback out, and that's something to build on. There's a foundation there that we can build on, and we can work towards improving that even more this next week.
We've got time for a few more. Let's go to Mark Murphy.
I ask you about an old guy and a new guy. The old guy, Shedrick Jackson, hasn't caught many passes since he's been here. We had a good night, and then Jarquez Hunter looked like he was running hard in his first college game.
Well, so Shed was injured, and so he was limited in the spring. He had a chance to come back. He had a class in the summer, so he had missed a few opportunities with those player-run practices, and they got that sorted out. But I've always been impressed with Shedrick. I think he's a leader. I think he's got a level of maturity that makes him successful on and off the field, and we get to see that every single day. And so it's good to see him go out there and make plays. And I think he'll continue. He's just he's one of those guys that will come to work every day and is going to give you his very best. And so that consistency from him has been really important. Leading into the game. Jarquez, let me go back to the, Tank. I thought Tank ran hard tonight. I thought Sean ran hard tonight. They took care of the football. It was good to see that. And, the O-line gave him opportunities. And Jarquez was a guy that we felt like would get an opportunity regardless. in this first game to go out there and play, and he's earned that through practice. And he's another guy. He's a new guy. He went out there, I thought, on the first run, he read it well. I don't know if he got 30-some yards on it, but he did a good job of seeing it, bouncing it, and you can see that he's got speed. So the vision's there, and the opportunity, the speed's there, and the opportunity to make big plays. And even at the end there, we wanted to finish, getting those guys a few more reps. He had a chance to finish in the end zone, and that for a young player, that mindset, especially at that position, is crucial for us to keep growing and developing in that area at the running back position.
We'll take two more. Justin Ferguson.
Bryan, you've talked about consistency with the offensive line as well. I know y'all rotated it a little bit, but no sacks allowed, a lot of running lanes. What did you see from that group tonight?
Yeah, I thought those guys, they played well. I'm looking forward to watching the tape. Coach Friend did a good job of rotating guys in. And so last night, just in our walkthroughs and watching film, you could tell the O-line that they were locked in. And then this morning we had another walkthrough and kind of going through some of our openers and the plays that we were going to run early. And then right when pregame meal is done, we do a little clap session. And it's a little short yardage and goal line, and they were locked in. And you could just feel those guys wanted to go out there and have a really good performance. It was important to them to play well today, and I thought they did that. And we got a chance to get some other guys in the rotation. And the O-line, that's been an area that we've had a lot of questions on, and those guys know that. And so they wanted to go play well. They wanted to give the opportunity for the running back to have a chance to hit the hole. They wanted to give the quarterbacks an opportunity to get back there and go through his progression. And they've been doing that in practice. This wasn't just something that happened tonight. They've been working on that really hard, and it showed up. So I'm proud of our O-line. We'll go back. We'll study the film. We got plenty to work on, but it was a good start for those guys, and they've been working really hard, so it's nice to see that hard work not go unnoticed tonight, and to see those guys really have an opportunity to help those other players shine.
Question from Caesar Walker.
Congratulations, Coach, on your first win, Auburn win. Bo made 3 key completions downfield: a 34-yarder to Javarius Johnson, a 42-yarder to Shad, and a 28-yarder to Kobe Hudson, resulting in the score. Talk about how important it was for him and for this offense to establish the vertical passing game.
You talking about Bo? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's – I think when you can run the ball, you can take shots. And the one to Kobe was it was a 4 vertical play, and Bo just saw it. I think he was going through his progression and kind of was getting ready to go outside and saw Kobe pop because the safety moved, and it was great. It was great vision to see that, and then just the reaction too. Like Bo can set his feet and he can rip it. And if you're not able to do that, you're probably not going to make that throw. But he saw it. He set his feet. He ripped it. It was a great catch. The other opportunities down the field, those are created from the run game. They're created by having great protection. And then the wide receivers doing a good job of getting themselves in position off of safeties or corners, whoever they were running it off of, to be able to beat those one-on-one matchups and get themselves open. So, if we can run the ball, we can get big chunks, we can take shots down the field, we can be efficient on third downs and execute and extend drives. But, that's one of the things we want to do. We'd like to hit some explosive plays. I think any offense in the country would say that, and we were able to do it tonight. It was just good execution overall by all 11 guys to get that done. And but it starts up front, starts with the opportunity to run the ball, and when we can do those things, some of those other things will happen.
Coach, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.